El Paso. We always like to start off by introducing our organizers. We have Serena Harper.
Morning.
Tina Dwyer, our Catholic Heart is here. Eric Bischoff. Esther Lopez.
Morning, everybody.
Matt Sistrom.
Morning.
Art Terrazas, I think, is signing in. Nicole Ramirez. And I'm Ernesto Gambo, and again, thank you for coming to 1 Million Cups El Paso. We typically start off with a couple of videos, one on 1 Million Cups and then on the hub. She was getting her coffee, that's important. That's fine. I was delayed too, nothing happens until we have coffee. There you go.
1 Million Cups is a weekly educational program developed by the Kaufman Foundation.
Over the years, we've had more cities. It's a great energy to see what's happening across the country and what I've learned from other countries.
So 1 Million Cups, we've been having some technical difficulties this morning. 1 Million Cups was established by the Kaufman Foundation to be an entrepreneurial showcase, networking, and educational event. By being here this morning, you're part of a huge movement. There's over 160 1 Million Cups communities in the U.S. The name comes from the idea that someday soon, we'll be able to say we've drank 1 million cups of coffee as a 1 Million Cups coffee community while discussing, talking about, promoting entrepreneurship. So that's the name. Very, very cool thing that you're part of here. I'd like to do a shout out to our sponsors. Our delicious coffee is by 210 Coffee Roasters. They do have 2 retail locations. Please support them. No, I think it's, well, 2 or 3 locations. Their coffee sponsorship will be running out in a month or 2, so we will be looking for a coffee sponsor thereafter. So if you have any ideas, any connections, please talk to us. It can be a one-time coffee sponsorship, it can be 6 months, whatever you'd like to do. Please keep that in mind. Our venue sponsor is here, the Hub of Human Innovation, where we currently are. Do you want to try the Hub video? We're going to try the Hub video, see if that one works. Not yet. No, it's still the same. So the Hub is a technology and business incubator. We are, what was that part? The technology part, is that the part? Hey, technology, hey, we're private, we're a small nonprofit, so anybody wants to donate $5,000 or $10,000 to help them with their technology, you talk to Carlos, our new CEO in the back. But we are funded by and supported by the city primarily, also by UTEP and private donors for the purpose of economic development by nurturing, helping to grow, establish new companies, particularly those that have new products or new technologies. So if you or somebody that you know is doing that, starting a business, growing a business, we can help. And by the way, we're the best deal in town in my opinion. Our affiliate memberships start at $100 a month, so again, we're a fantastic deal, please come see us. A couple of housekeeping announcements. If you parked in front of the building in the angle parking, please make sure you're backed in. If you did not, the city will come and leave you a little love note. If you're in that angle parking closest to Durango, you only have an hour, so please keep an eye on the time. We do wrap up right at 10 o'clock, so you should be fine in that regard. If you're under the half closest to the Paisano curve, you don't have a time limit. Please do sign in. Please also, you can download the 1 Million Cups app, 1millioncups.com. Please download the app, everybody get your phone out. Please check in. I want to see some phones in the air, please. Please get your phone. Now that you have it, please check in, download the app. You can also follow both the Hub and 1 Million Cups on Twitter, on Facebook, and Instagram for 1 Million Cups. In fact, we live stream on Instagram, so please do that. With that, I'm going to bring up our first speaker, Latinitas. We'll continue trying to get their presentations started. They're going to start going off. We printed their slides as a backup.
Well, hi everyone, good morning. My name is MCEP and I am the here today and talking about promoting our event, which is coming up this month, our Startup Chica Conference. And so just to give a little bit of background to what our focus is for this event is geared towards girls ages 11 to 17. Our programs can run from anywhere, usually from 9 to 17, but we want to aim this a little bit higher for girls who have the opportunity to develop in teams their own original ideas or products in order to create a business or a product. So we wanted to give a little bit more push towards older girls. And it's going to be a conference event, like we said. We run a lot of different programs, workshops, after-school programs, but our conferences are usually a full-day event from 9 to 4 p.m. And it will be broken down into different sessions, which Itzel will talk about. But in general, the main focus of this event is in order to increase exposure and engagement for our young females towards entrepreneurship and innovation.
So what we always try to do is to bring in new opportunities to young girls, so we always focus on different themes. Our conference last fall was on STEAM, so like science, technology, engineering, math, and now the arts. And like Monica said, for this conference we're doing business and marketing, which is also an area where we find we need a lot of females in. Like Monica mentioned, the girls will be getting in teams, and they're going to be creating a product, a service, or a business they might want to develop. We want to foster their ideas and see if we can actually become a reality. And so they're going to be working with professionals and with the Latinitas staff all day long to create this product, service, or business step by step. So we have 5 different sessions throughout the whole day. We have the first one is product development, so just trying to think of, what do they want to create? Why do they want to create it? Why is it important? Why is it needed, first of all? And then product design, so what is it really going to look like? If it's going to be, let's say, a product, what's the image like? What's your logo, your theme, your colors? And then the third one is marketing, so that's like a very important one. So where are you going to be selling? How are you going to promote it? Where are going to be your customers? How are you going to move it around so it can be successful? Session 4 is about finance. That's adding a price to your product, your business. How much is it going to take first to make? Who's going to help you make it, and what are you going to get back? And then lastly, they're going to learn about public speaking and how you're going to present this product. We do have a group of judges that are going to be looking at the presentations, and they're going to select 2 teams that are actually going to get to work with the hub later on after the conference to see if they can actually make their product or their business a reality.
Yes, and so not only will we have all these presentations led by professionals in the fields that are associated with them, but we also will have awesome speakers lined up. We are holding our conference at Southwest University campus, and Yolanda Ariola, who is the founder of Southwest University, will be giving our keynote address. So that's really awesome to feature and highlight someone, a woman in our community who has made such a strong impact in El Paso and can serve as an inspiration for the girls in this community. As well as we will also be featuring some younger students who have actually presented here at the hub their own businesses or their own startups. And that is an awesome way in order for girls to see people maybe a little bit older than them or their own peers who are already involved in creating their own dreams into a reality as far as entrepreneurship.
So we've had this conference before. It used to be called the Business Chica Conference. We have Chica to like everything. But it was a Business Chica Conference, but we really wanted to take it to the next level. So we made a lot of changes since last year. One of them was actually using the whole day to create this product. We feel like a lot of time is needed to create, like just the idea of a product. We still want to expand it even more to making it multiple days next year. Partnering up with the hub always. We love their partnership. We're so happy to be working with them this year. So next year we actually hope to have either 2 or 3 days, for the girls to be coming with the hub, with Latinitas, and working on this product to make it a reality.
Exactly. I think just to resume kind of what we talked about for the logistics of the event, especially if you know girls in your life who would be interested in business or just interested in collaboration and creative process of developing ideas, graphic design, all these types of elements that go into creating a product. We would strongly invite, we still have open registration on Eventbrite, and you can find out all that information on our website, www.latinitasmagazine.org, or you can find us on Facebook, Latinitas El Paso, or Instagram at LatinitasEP. So again, it's going to be at Southwest University. I don't know who said the actual date. It's Saturday, April 21st, from 9 to 4 p.m. And we have, like I said, open registration. We invite groups, and there can be group discounts offered.
To register. And then just to briefly mention, as a nonprofit organization, we do need a lot of community support. So if not for this event, we have events all year round. So we're always welcoming volunteers, presenters, donors, sponsors, just anybody that wants to be part of Latinitas. There's so many ways that you can help, and it all goes back to the community and to the females in our community. So if you're interested in this event or any of our events, just feel free to contact us, give us a call, a text, an email, whatever, and we'll be there. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're Latinitas.
Yes. So actually, Latinitas started in Austin back in 2002. One of the two co-founders was from El Paso, so when she came back, she brought it to here in El Paso in 2008. So we do have our headquarters in Austin.
What is the deadline for the folks to go ahead and register?
I mean, it really is open until the day of the conference. And we do have also tickets on the door, so until the 21st.
The ages were from
11 to 17.
11 to 17.
Yeah.
So any thoughts on opening it up to Latinitos?
We get that question a lot. Actually, everywhere we go, they're always like, is there a Latinitos? We wish there was a Latinitos.
Yes.
It is something that always comes up. So hopefully, one day.
And especially towards this issue, women-owned businesses, if I'm remembering the statistic correct, especially in entrepreneurship, we only make up under 20% of all the businesses in the United States. And so, I mean, our focus is on women and on female empowerment, especially in careers that are typically not open to women, and especially women of minority or different ethnicities that we typically see in the dominant media. So that's our focus.
But
What is
hopefully,
your background? How did you get involved in this?
just contacting us, letting us know what you would like to do with us. Like I said, we welcome really anybody or any.
What is your background? What led you to be part of this?
Oh, okay. So I studied anthropology in UTEP, so I wanted to work with nonprofits. I did an internship with Latinitas when I was studying in UTEP, and I liked it so much that when I graduated, I went for a full internship and it turned into a job.
And for me, I'm actually not from El Paso. I've been here 9 months. So I got connected I worked with the Border Servant Corps. It's kind of like an AmeriCorps program, and I heard about Latinitas and was really inspired by women working for women and empowerment. So I've had a really positive experience. I've learned a lot. So yeah.
Do you have any connections with Fort Bliss and the families out there?
We've gone to events before that they have. We have been invited, but it is very limited. So we would love to. I mean, we're always looking for new places to go to expand. Our goal is to actually reach all parts of the city and even outside of the city. So many times, we want to even go to Las Cruces or Anthony. So, anywhere we'll go.
Are you going to any other high schools?
Yes, actually we have, you want to tell them the club leader?
Yeah, so we have clubs, like we said, we have a lot of programs, and one of those programs is weekly club sessions, and we develop curriculum around media, technology, STEM, but also social media awareness, self-esteem, body positivity, kind of just topics that are of interest and important to young women. And so I'm currently a club leader in Bowie High School, but we are placed in different schools throughout the area. We've done partnerships we actually had a really cool thing with Premier High School recently where they did an art drive with us.
There's
really
charter
awesome.
schools contact us a lot.
Yeah.
We do go a lot to their events. So we have been in a lot.
Yes. Middle schools are probably more right now, but
So in terms of reaching out beyond the city or the county and other areas, have you guys done any work with the Rio Grande Council of Governments? Have you talked to them at all? Are you aware of that organization?
We're not.
So the Rio Grande Council of Government Alliance, it's either 6 or 7 counties from El Paso going down the Rio Grande Valley, and it includes Doña Ana County. And what's really powerful about that organization is they already have a presence in all these rural counties. They have staff that regularly drive out there, interact with the local folks. So if you guys wanted to reach out beyond the city but still be covering the region, the Council of Governments would be a great place for you guys to start. We'd be happy to provide an introduction. Melissa Quintanilla runs the department that includes economic development, and so that's what we know. So that,
No, yes,
think about that.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Going once, going twice? Okay, always the last question. I think you already covered it, but what can we as a community do to support Latinitas?
I would say first of all, spread the word, right? Our community is starting to get to know more about Latinitas, so definitely just talk to people about it. Like I said, we're always looking for volunteers, donors, sponsors, just anybody that wants to do anything with Latinitas. We'll welcome them in. So if you want to just help us out in any way, really, we need help with everything. So yeah, just get in contact with us.
You don't have a website as well?
We do.
Yes, we do. It's
www.latinitasmagazine.org. And you can also find, we have our online magazine. That's how our organization started, as a digital magazine for girls empowering their voices. The girls write for the magazine.
so for the magazine, any female wants to write for the magazine, or not female, but anybody, so that's how we started.
I want to make a comment that, first of all, an apology on behalf of all of the technical issues, but having been behind there trying to fix it, I was really captured by your message without the slides. Right? So congratulations, because I mean you have really developed a really sharp, very clear narrative about what you're doing. And sometimes there are some things we can about, sometimes we over-rely on PowerPoint to convey bad messages instead of, conveying good messages, right? So, and you have the message really well nailed down. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. And then we need a picture, please, with the banners, but hold up the mic.
Okay.
Nice to have you.
Yes.
You guys made me. I want to
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, now we have some time for community announcements. Does anybody in the audience have any community announcements they would like to share? Yes, sir.
Yes, this Friday.
Nice and loud, your name.
Okay, sure. My name is Chris Brooks, with B Group, and this Friday from 11 to 11:30 on KSC TV, we'll begin I'll be hosting United with Christ. It's a inspirational spiritual show. So 11 o'clock to 11:30, KSC channel 38.
Any others? Any others? Yes, ma'am, Karen.
Hi, I'm Karen Blade with Convergence Consulting. We are hosting a vision board workshop on April 21st. It is sponsored and free of charge. It will fill up. There's a limited number of spots, but same day as the Latinitas conference. So drop your daughters off at the conference and come on over to the vision board workshop. Create a board to visualize and be intentional about your dream life.
And your website, or where we can find more information?
Yes. Let's see. It's on Facebook. The event is public on Facebook, actually. So
Okay.
just look for Vision Board Workshop on
Vision
the
Board
21st.
Workshop. Okay, great. Okay, anybody else? Any other announcements? Going once? Yes, ma'am.
Okay, there's a networking event tomorrow for the E2 networking group, and it's going to be at Salt and Honey from 8 to 9:30
And 8 a.m. or p.m.?
a.m.
a.m. And what's the E2 networking group?
Wait, tomorrow's not Friday.
No.
On Friday.
Tomorrow's not Friday.
Friday of the month. And it's more of a social interaction.
Okay, great. Any others? Any others? Okay, we have some as usual. So the Hispanic Chamber is continuing their Hablemos del Dinero series. The next one is April 12th. That's from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the Hispanic Chamber on 2401 East Missouri. The one on the 12th is Develop a Financial Projection. The next one in May is Develop Your Credit. June, Business Loans, and it continues on through September with different topics. The Hub is, we're having our annual 2018 El Paso Innovation Awards Breakfast, recognizing and celebrating outstanding entrepreneurs in our community. That's Thursday, April 19th, 7:30 a.m. Breakfast at the El Paso Club, 201 East Main. There is a cost for the tickets, but please see one of us if you're interested. Next, the Hub will be having our next version of Legal Office Hours. This is a fantastic program. You get totally free of charge, 25 minutes with an attorney right here at the Hub. We do this every month. The next one is April 19th, which is a Thursday in the afternoon. Please register at least 1 week prior, so the Thursday prior. You can send an email to officehours@hubep.org, or again, see any one of us that's with the Hub.
What was the date for the breakfast?
For the breakfast, that's the 21st, Thursday, April 19th, 7:30 a.m. breakfast.
Thank you.
And then the Texas Workforce Commission is having their Texas Business Conference. They do these all around the state. It's wonderful for anybody that has questions or wants to learn more about having being an employer, having employees. The one in El Paso is May 4th at the El Paso Marriott. So please let us know if you have any interest in that. The Office of the Texas Governor's Economic Development and Tourism is continuing their export initiative. This is a wonderful program. If you have, if you're currently exporting or have any interest in exporting, there's events here in Texas, around the U.S., and even foreign countries. There's one coming up in Hanover, Germany, then Houston, then Farnborough, Frankfurt, Germany. So again, it's wonderful. If you qualify, you oftentimes get support to travel over there and be exhibited. Breakfast with Friends is a weekly networking event every Thursday morning, 8:30 a.m. at Carnitas Querétaro on the east side by the Fountains at Farah. Please do sign up and follow Downtown El Paso Insider. We here at the Hub, we're part of the Downtown El Paso community and part of the Downtown El Paso Rejuvenation. A lot of events. StartupDigest.com. Please go to StartupDigest.com. Find El Paso because there's lots of communities that use it. You can sign up to be notified of all these events, and you can submit your event. So every one of you that announced an event, it should be up on, it should be submitted at StartupDigest.com. With that, we need to give away a mug. Why you should put on your you should put in your business cards as you walk in. And Andres Cabral, Smite Marketing. I don't think I met you. Is this your first time here? No. This is not your first time. Welcome. Let me give you your mug. All right. Thank you. And with that, is that my alarm going off? No, somebody's alarm. With that, we'll bring up our next presenter, Love Coffee Hour. All right. Matt was awake last night until like midnight refining his presentation. That's true. Oh, sorry. So the quick lesson is here, do not over-rely on technology. Folks, it gives out. It gives out.
Yes,
that's why we printed these out as a backup.
And if you want this, you can get it from me by just emailing me or texting me or whatever, and I'll email you a lot of really good information. But we don't need that. Love Coffee Hour is an idea. Love Coffee Hour is a privately funded economic development initiative that basically puts a really nice wrapping on potentially controversial or hard subjects to address, like, let's say, money, okay? Economics. When we talk about state-issued debt-based fiat currency, we are now talking about something that is basically not a good way to store wealth and buying power. And so since 1913, that has diminished over a long period of time to where the dollar is now about 2% worth what it was back then. So Love Coffee Hour is the culmination of an evolution trying to take the edge off of this very difficult message. I was a delegate to the Republican National Convention in 2008 for Ron Paul. And I saw how little truth is valued in the mainstream. So what we had to do was we had to take the edge off that message. And what we did was we created a media platform where we could demonstrate through the Spirit, peace, love, joy, everything that disarms people, makes people ready to listen, makes people ready to grow relationships. And relationships is what Love Coffee Hour is really all about. Love Coffee Hour actually started online as a mere Twitter account to market one type of instant coffee. And it started out as Organo Gold for Liberty in January of 2014. And then after about a month, it morphed into Liberty Coffee Hour. It finally became Love Coffee Hour on March 5th, 2014. And since then, has reached out to the entire international coffee culture. And our mission statement is uniting a powerful international coffee culture by passionately and prosperously sharing our peaceful solutions: love, life, coffee, grace, goodness, and gold. And so this has allowed us to get 21,000 followers worldwide, small businesses, coffee roasters, coffee plantations, wineries, craft beer houses, restaurants, greatest chefs in Britain. I mean, I can just go on and on and on. And these are real people who have a real entrepreneurial spirit in other parts of the world. And the thing that we share in common is this need for honest money. Not state-issued debt-based fiat currency, but honest money, gold, silver, and now cryptocurrency. So what we are doing is we're helping people embrace this new payment solution by taking the edge off of the message and making it actually exciting, okay? How do we make it exciting? We harness the emotional energy that people feel for this wonderful city of El Paso. The Paso del Norte on the Camino Real trade route, strategically, economically, and historically significant, but has fallen from prominence as the star of Texas that it once was. We are the site of the first Hilton ever. And back when Conrad Hilton decided to put his first hotel here, Dallas, Houston, Austin had nothing on El Paso. So what happened to El Paso to fall from prominence? A lot of things. But all we want to do is return El Paso to prominence by making El Paso known as the city of gold, where you can go into a coffee shop or you can go into a restaurant and actually pay with gold or cryptocurrency, like pro-currency, all right? So it's really an exciting concept that is catching on all over the world. There are now 120 countries that are accepting gold as payment for goods and services. I bet you didn't know that, did you? All right? Well, the product is actually I thought I had it on me, but I do. I want y'all to pass this around, and this is not a business card that you can keep, because that has 1 gram of gold in it. And Ernesto, do you have your cash gold with you?
I do.
Okay, if you could pass it around, I want y'all to touch.
I want it back.
Yes.
I'll lock the door.
I want y'all to touch real gold. I want y'all to understand what it feels like to own gold.
I actually bought it from Matt before I knew he was going to be presenting here.
Right?
So
there's 2 of them there. So what we're doing is we're making this a normal thing in El Paso, Texas, city of gold, where you can go and pay for a cup of coffee with a $7.50 piece of 1/10 gram, 999.9 pure 24 karat gold. You can actually have physical gold on deposit at the Carat Bank in Singapore and transfer ownership of that gold by a phone app. Isn't that crazy? But that's what's happening now all over the world. And we are going to make El Paso known as the city of gold, as the first city that embraces this technology and now starts to save, spend, and earn real gold as we create, produce, and deliver value to the marketplace. So that's basically what Love Coffee.
You say real gold, you mean like gold nuggets?
Like gold bullion money that is verified for weight and purity by the London Bullion Market Association. And is...
Well, that's not so easy.
No, it's not easy at all. No, it's actually pretty difficult. So basically what we are doing is we are taking all of the headache out of refining the gold or out of creating. We've actually created a money-ready, spendable format. And so what we are trying to get people to do is start saving gold in a spendable format. 0.1 gram at a time, 0.2 grams, 1 gram, 2.5 grams, 6 grams.
What's 0.1 gram worth?
About 750 So.
What's an ounce at right now?
An ounce probably right now, 1,200, 1,300 maybe. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So if you pay with gold and you get coins back, are you getting stiffed or what?
That's a very good question. Actually, the first brick and mortar K exchange in El Paso, Texas, you all may be familiar with it. You know Bufo di Milano in Montecillo? He was actually, when it was owned by Sergio Moreno, he actually accepted gold carat bars. And I said, Sergio, don't expect people to actually come in and pay with gold. You know, it just looks cool on your window. But he actually experienced 3 people coming in, slapping down a 1 gram bar of gold to pay. And then he gave change in paper currency, right? That was a good deal for Sergio.
How did he check it to make sure it was real? Or?
You can, well, actually the card itself is a certificate of authenticity. It verifies away impurity, and it's covered in plastic, so you actually cannot touch the gold. Once my card, which hopefully has not made it into someone's pocket, makes it over to you. Yeah, that one, right? You know, then you'll be able to see that you can't.
I'm watching my gold. I've
lost track of mine.
Go get yourself some coffee.
I'm trying to get out of here. I'll get my workout in early today. Just try it.
Yeah. So, but no, that's a very good question. The gold is technologically secure with blacklight technology. There are all kinds of watermarks and different.
Nobody in the U.S. that does that, like you do in England. Here,
when you say
certify the gold,
not that I am aware of. No. What I've heard of is the London Bullion Market Association, which is basically the regulatory association that ensures the weight and purity of the gold.
Yeah, on a global level.
On a global level, yes, exactly. And so what we are talking about with gold is an actual international currency. Yes, ma'am.
What is the value of those 2 bills net?
Each one of those little gold bars, which is set in that paper plastic hybrid, is about $7.50 roughly, give or take. And so basically the cash gold has multiples of those. They come in 0.1 gram, 0.2 gram, 0.4 gram, and 0.6 gram.
Where are these made?
Those are actually made in Stuttgart, Germany. Okay. Yes, the Carat Bars company is Carat Bars International GmbH is a German company. It started out just as a national payment solution in 2008. It went international in 2011, and it is now in over 120 countries worldwide. So this really is international money, and where better than the largest international border metroplex in the world, El Paso, Juarez, to do international money, right? We were made to be El Paso City of Gold. So why not secure our wealth and buying power while we promote El Paso as the city of gold and return our great city to prominence as the star of Texas that it once was. So we can, basically do 2 things with the same effort. We help ourselves, we help our local businesses, while we help our city be recognized as it should.
So, historically, countries used to back their currencies with gold.
Yes.
Right? And there were reasons during and after the Depression where the gold standard was abandoned in favor of other types of monetary policy. So, what is it that, that right now you see that is the problem with the current system of exchange or monetary policy that would justify what, by all means, by practical means, amount to going back 70 years,
right,
to a previous way of managing the economy?
Well, you just nailed it when you said the state issuing the money. And when the state decided to not back our currency by gold anymore, it basically reneged on a promise to keep our money sound. So in 1971, when Nixon took us off the gold standard, that was a very, very bad thing. So basically what that says is we cannot trust the state to do the right thing with our money. We have to use a privately issued, gold-based or blockchain-based carrot bar or cryptocurrency, something that is limited in supply, something that is a reliable store of wealth and buying power, and we cannot, as the record shows, trust the state to do that for us. So we have to basically do it ourselves. We are experiencing the largest transfer of wealth in the history of mankind from state-issued, debt-based fiat currency over to private-issued, blockchain-based cryptocurrency, gold, silver. That is becoming the new normal.
So it's really about power, right? Well,
It is. It really is about power.
What you're talking about is really about the state versus private interests.
Yes, it really is about power. And the truth is, we, the people, have the most untapped economic power imaginable. And that is why we advocate this thing that we want to become a regular saying, effective economic action. Okay? That starts with how we share, store, earn our creativity, productivity, our wealth with people that have our best interests at heart, our neighbors, our local businesses. Okay? So that effective economic action is the way we, as the people, can exert our economic energy, our power to build our communities. Yes, sir.
So, I mean, this is accepted, like Ernesto's carrot pay bill is accepted at the bank, right?
That's a very good question. Okay, what you'll see.
No, but I haven't asked the question.
I thought you.
Well, that's part of it.
Oh, okay.
So are you aware of anyone trying to counterfeit it?
Trying to what now?
Right, counterfeit it, fool's gold, or painted gold?
We have technology to where you can actually test the bill, blacklight technology, so that it won't be counterfeited. It could be detected just like that. Just like they put the marker on the dollar bills.
Yeah, but who's we?
Who's we?
You say that we can detect it, who's we?
The people who make carrot bars. There's an entire security system. This is a private company. It's not a publicly traded company. It's not a government entity. It's basically a group of people, just like the government is a group of people. So we are private citizens who have an interest in sound money and honesty in trade and commerce. And so
banks have that security system to check?
not for this particular monetary technology, no. Not yet, at least not here in the United States. There is such a thing as Carrot Bank. It is in Singapore, and that is where they do have physical gold on deposit, where you can actually exchange ownership of that gold electronically with a phone app.
Are you all a non-profit?
No, we are very much for profit. Yes, sir.
I was introduced to this similar concept over a year ago. Are you part of that same group? There was a lady from the West Side.
Well, Carrot Bars has been in El Paso at least for 4 years, because I got into Carrot Bars about almost 4 years ago. What I think the slow progress, I think that slow progress has been due to how this was approached as a network marketing opportunity, as opposed to a local economic development initiative where we can actually attach the emotional energy of people who love our city. And now it becomes a cause instead of a get-rich-quick scheme. Okay? So what we want to do is we want to tap into that emotional energy, and we do not want to treat this like another MLM, you know, because that's like the walls go up and people just, you know. So anyway, did that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions? I got my card.
You see that? X wants it.
Yeah.
X is a very successful business owner, so if he keeps it, you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Max.
Any other questions? Any other questions?
So are you incorporated?
Am I? You mean Love Coffee Hour?
Yeah, coffee.
Love Coffee Hour was organized as a sole proprietorship, but we are now thinking of becoming an LLC, and the revenue streams that we generate from Carrot Bars and from Pro-Currency, you know, we want to make sure that that is in line with all of the applicable tax laws and everything. We want to do everything right. You know, we want to stay out of trouble and, you know, set a good example.
So who is the sole proprietor?
Me. Yeah.
Can we trust you?
Can you?
Okay.
Navy grad.
yeah.
She's an Air Force Academy.
That's right.
So you have
Any other questions? Okay, as always, what can we as a community do to support you?
What I would love to see y'all do is configure yourselves to save gold in a spendable format. You can basically open up an account for free without a social security number.
Without?
Without.
Oh.
Yes, I'll just leave that alone another day. We'll talk about that another day, but I just want to tell you, it's very easy to open up a free account, okay?
When?
Pardon?
When is the question?
Say again?
When is the question?
You can do it right now? Yeah, absolutely. All you have to do is text me. I'm at lovecoffeehour@gmail.com, lovecoffeehour@gmail.com, and I will send you the 6 pieces of information I need to open a free account. Basically, all you need is a username and email address, your first and last name, date of birth, shipping address for your gold, and mobile phone number. That's it. And you get a free account, right? And it's just as easy to sign up businesses to accept gold. And oh, by the way, those businesses buy gold, they got to get it through you. Okay, you're starting to get it, right? This is a big, big deal. You put the emotional energy of El Paso behind y'all saving, spending, and earning gold. That can be a very, very big deal. Oh, I thought you raised your hand.
Can that be done by anybody anywhere in the world?
Absolutely. Well, in 120 countries right now. Yes, 120 countries.
I know somebody would be interested in.
There's a lot of people that will be interested, so.
So Javier did use a word earlier, which was trust, right?
Yes.
You know, we just learned that we cannot trust Facebook, for example.
Right.
We've always known, right?
Mhm.
That's a private entity.
Yes.
So what are the issue of trust and accumulation of power in another private entity? That you do?
That's a very good question. That is a very good question. Really, the only ones that we can really trust are ourselves, and so we have to take
$10.
we have to take personal responsibility for making good economic decisions, like where we store our wealth and buying power. Is this gold real? You know, how will we know, right? And so, if we do find out that this gold is real, I would rather have gold in my possession instead of in some, bank in Singapore. I want it under my mattress or behind, in the ground somewhere where nobody knows where it is, okay? So trust is a very important topic, and what we do is employ technologies to where we can secure, or let's just say we can ensure that what we have is real, okay? What we have is real. And I would rather trust myself than the state, because I have, grown a little skeptical, about a lot of the things that the state does in my best interest. Yes, sir.
I'd just like to share my experience with that real quick. When I met Matt, it had been about 6 months and I started buying silver. Don't come to my house. I also buy lots of guns, so don't come to my house, I'm invited. So I started buying silver because I don't make that much money yet. And so I didn't have the wherewithal to get into gold. I had sent out to Gold Line. I was already interested in buying gold. When Matt showed me the carat bars, I said, wow, I can buy that for $8 and the other one for 16 bucks, less than $10, I can start accumulating gold. I bought those first 2 right off of him. He had them in his wallet. I said, I want those. And he said, here, give me the money so we exchange it. So that was what appealing to me. I can start, and I don't need to trust anybody. This is in my wallet.
Right.
So that was my experience.
And that's what we want to make a trend around here in El Paso, City of Gold. We want to make this a thing. We want to give it media exposure. We want to get some emotional inertia behind it. We want to get some community, teamwork behind this thing.
You're going to change it. You're going to be El Paso, City of the Gold Star.
Yeah, I like that. Hey, that sounds good. El Paso, City of the Gold Star. Let's play with it. Let's have fun with it. We love our city.
Do you have any idea how many people in the U.S. actually keep physical gold?
Probably not many.
Not many?
Yeah, not many at all. As a matter of fact, this is the first time in human history that gold has been made so accessible to the masses, by the masses.
Wow.
Yes, and so the gentleman who started this company, his name is Harold Seitz. He has a big heart for people, and he was a very successful financial consultant in Germany. He's some kind of senator in Germany. Very legit dude. I mean, he He is like cream of the crop in Germany, but he has a heart for the little guy. So that's why he's removed all barriers to entry. You can open an account for free. You can buy as little as $7.50 worth of gold. You know, so now there's no excuse for people to not have gold. Yes, sir.
All right, so one of those bills is $750, right?
Roughly.
There's got to be cost associated to making
Yeah, there
that
is.
bill. Is there a number to that?
That's a good question as well. There is a premium on these gold technology products, okay? A lot of times when people quote the price of gold, they're quoting spot price. And what they do not know is spot price is for futures contracts, paper gold, a fiction of gold. You don't really own the physical metal. And so we have the physical metal. And when we have the physical metal, we refine it and we put it into a really good technology and we make it easily usable, easily, readily available. There is a cost for that. It is a premium over spot, but it is still a bargain compared to the other gold products in our asset class. Okay, we are the currency grade gold asset class. There are other companies that have products that look like carat bars. They come in a 1 gram bar set in a card and they look like carat bars, okay? But what we have is a value proposition that no one can touch. We can actually access carat bars virtually for free because of how we are set up in a leveraged compensation structure, okay? So yes, it is a premium over spot, but then you have to understand what is spot price. A lot of people don't understand how gold is priced in the marketplace and how we have been conditioned to look at gold as an investment instead of as money, okay? I used to be a Series 7 licensed broker for Smith Barney, and I was trained to view gold as part of a well-diversified portfolio. And you know what? That's misleading. Gold is not an investment. JP Morgan said gold is money. Everything else is debt, okay? And so we have to start thinking of gold again as real money, as opposed to not so real money, paper, ink, electronic, state-issued, debt-based, fiat currency. That's not money, okay? It's debt. We want money. And we can save money right now for a very low price, all right? So, anyone else?
You can consider that real gold currency.
Yes, it's gold money.
And it can be used in 120 countries.
Yes, at certain places. We call a business that accepts these types of bills, they're called K exchanges. And so what we want to do is we want to permeate El Paso with K exchanges. Small restaurants, coffee shops, flower boutiques, you name it, perfume stores, whatever, nail salons. The business owner can choose to accept these as payment. And you know what? If I was a business owner and I had a choice between getting paper and ink and electronic computer blips or gold, I'll take the gold. And most people will if they just knew that they had the choice.
How are you going to put that into your financials?
That's a good question. That is a very, very good question. And I don't have the answer right now. Something to think about. Yes. Yep. Yes, sir.
Well, there's no way of regulating it yet until they choose to. Somebody chooses
exactly
to regulate the value of the currency, the variance.
The regulatory risk is real. You know, whenever this and other things threaten state power, and remember, this is a power move, y'all. This is a people power move. And when the people start moving to realize their power and the state feels threatened, the state acts out of desperation sometimes, and they do things, okay? That's a reality, right? Should it stop us from wanting real money? No. And if we have access to real money, should we get it? Yes. That's the bottom line. Those are things we have to deal with, but they're worth dealing with.
That's a tough one.
It is, but it's,
We have time, sorry.
it's reality.
We have time for maybe one more question? Anybody else? Anybody else? We already asked that, how do we help you, right?
Yeah. So yeah, just open up a free account, you know, email me. I'll send you the 6 pieces of information you need. Email it back to me and I'll hook you up with a carat bars account.
Okay.
All right.
Matt, thank you. All right, we need a picture of your bud.
That one is gold plated, right?
That is silver.
All right.
By the way, it appears that I'm slightly biased in favor of Matt. I am. You know why? Because he's a brand new hub client. So it's my job to be in favor of Matt. But I also believe what he's... Anyway, so thank you again for coming. A quick announcement as you go out. If you did not sign in on the way in, please do sign in on your way out. It's vitally important that we track who attends so we can report back to our supporters that we are having an impact in the community. Please sign up to present. You or people that you know need to be presenting here at this event. And come back and see us next week. Thank you.